Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 341 of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where we are going to make some hydrogen fluoride, or hydrofluoric acid, from hydrogen fluoride. And we need to make that from acid gas that we are now making at our puffer farming. Acid gas, yes. And exporting, of course, as well. Yep. And we are going to make this at our fluid processing thing here. Because we shouldn't need too high amounts of it, even when we need it for Light. I think. Maybe I'm wrong about that, maybe I'll regret everything. But I think that's how we will do it. I do, however, want to start producing stuff over here rather than all the way over here, because our train stops just gets further and further away from this area. So I think we'll just start a new area going up from over here. Also, we still need the station to import the acid gas, unless we already have it. But we shouldn't. We might have some from somewhere else though. Though I don't think so. We're not doing any oil stuff here, right? No. So I don't believe it. We are gonna get stuff in from trains, yes. And this will be... This is just cold fluid, right? Acid gas. What else are we importing here? I guess these. Yeah, fluid is what it's called. Good. Did we bring our train? No. We didn't send our train home either. Then where did we leave it? Well, we should be able to find it from here. Oh, at puffer farming, obviously. How about you come up here to deliver some of these storage tanks and pumps and stuff. Sounds like a good idea to me. And some landfill. Okay. So we need to process the acid gas into hydrogen fluoride, I guess. We are just gonna try some of this stuff in here, since we don't have landfill anyway. And this should be the highest tier we have available. So should this. Unless we just want to do it in an advanced chemical plant, but they have lower crafting speeds, so it shouldn't. So 9 of those to 1 of these. What if we scale this up to 1,000? It's basically 10 to 1. Let's work with that ratio then. And this is quite a high number, of course. If we added some beacons... Still get around 10 to 1. But we don't need a lot of these setups. I guess I'm just gonna start with 10 of these to 1 of these still. So we only get 30 or 330 per second to begin with. 5. And then probably just one of these in the middle. Chemical. I'm just gonna use this even though we planned it with a green one, just so we're ready to upgrade, but we can build this now. You should do whatever this thing is. Where is it? This thing. Is it just not in here? I'm sure I'm just being blind, as always. What's it called? Catalytic. No, wait, that's in here. This is what we need. I am just being stupid. Good. So we need to make this. We also need purified water. We have that available in the system. And this could just go right away up against here. And then this can go over here, where we can bottle it up. And then we need to be able to burn this sulfuric stuff. Hydrogen sulfide. Unless we can use that for something smart. Make sulfur out of it, obviously, but I don't really want that. We can try to enrich it. Or some water enrichment. But that gives us back the hydrogen sulfide. So is this thing here 1-to-1? Yes, so we're not really getting rid of anything. If we need to do that at some point, then we can start doing it. But for now, we're just burning this. And one of these, or 10 of these, would still make 1500 per second. So we need a bunch of flare stacks, except that flare stacks are also affected by beacons. So if we do this, put this in here, and say input 1500, and added some beacons. We just need 2. Okay. Too bad that doesn't really fit in here anywhere. But I mean, we could just make space around here. Something like that. And then we can take this thing. if we could mirror it, we could. But I want it to be perfectly as mirrored as we can, at least. So we need that. Good. And this needs to be set. So this was purified water, right? Unbarreling. $400. And this is hydrofluoric thing. Canistering. Good. Oh, and we need this in, of course. So we need to unbottle that. And we need 2500 per second of that. So we need at least 2 unbottling things. And I'm just thinking we're putting those there. Then each of these pipe into here need to handle 1250 gas per second, but that should be possible. Hopefully. That doesn't need to continue. These don't need to continue, so this can move up 1 tile. So this is acid gas. Good. And then we need power, of course. I guess we can just put this here. That works as well. So this should be somewhat mirrored. Your thing. I think we're just gonna take that. Oops. And put in here. When we have some hand fill. And some storage tanks. And some pumps. So this is where we want everything to start. We need to consider the possibility of scaling things. This we might want to scale up at some point further. We can't have too much more of that. And everything we build over here we would like to scale up at some point as well, probably. But again, this is not really supposed to mass produce anything. If we really need mass production, we should do an outpost specifically for a thing. So for now, I think we're just gonna start out here. And then we'll just sort of have a middle point here where we can also build to the left of that. Sounds good to me. So this... maybe rotate it. Should start around here. And we need some extension stuff. Which fits in nicely, not here since we have power pole. Have one here, but that doesn't cover everything. So I think I prefer this. And then we need to power that somehow. But I need power poles as well. How have I run this low on everything? I guess we spend a lot at the buffer farming area. So I guess we're just gonna put this up here and here. Now if we want to produce 1,000, we need 3 times this. In this case, we could just move it in here at least once. But I think I'm okay with just starting here. We just need 75 per second to begin with for our rubber production. Also, we get hydrogen fluoride back from this. Is that something we should consider? Most of this will be done at an outpost, so I don't think we want to bring that back in. So we turn raw gas into something we get acid gas out of as well, but we will probably burn that. We get natural gas liquids. That gives us ethane and methane, I think, are the useful ones. Or butane? Butane, okay. So ethane is turned into ethylene, butane is turned into benzene. And methane is turned into benzene. Are we using the butane for something else, or why is it not produced here? Or is it just that we don't need that much benzene? Methane into benzene, and yeah, we have extra methane as well. Okay. Benzene and ethylene is turned into ethyl benzene, into styrene, along with butadiene. Wait, don't we need to turn butane into butadiene? I would guess, at least. No, that's naphtha. Dang it, I haven't even thought of this yet. So we need naphtha somehow now. And naphtha... comes from crude oil. Or from synthesis gas. And carbon monoxide. We could export naphtha from here, but I don't want... No, we're not even making naphtha here. Never mind. Can we get enough synthesis gas? Doesn't look like we have enough of that. Wait, do we? Why is it not listed as an input? If we need more of it. I don't know. We'll handle this when we get closer, I think. It didn't look like we had enough, at least. And all of this just to get rubber again. Dang it. Okay, what do we need here? More barreling pumps and these advanced chemical refinery thingies. Chemical plants. And we don't have advanced chemical plants anywhere near here, so we need to go back. So, advanced chemical plant. Good. We have barreling pumps, so we should be all fine. Sure. Those are powered, that should work soon. We should get all of this working. So acid gas, bottling. Good. We should get the train in, of course. Did we make a train yet? Acid gas? Nope. We didn't name this either. Acid gas. Should also name raw gas, but we did that already. So we need a train with fluid wagons. Acid gas. Oh. Fluid acid gas. Empty. Go. Did you get enough fuel? Yes. Okay. And if this is going to be our middle of this new production area, then I think we want a bunch of roboports and charging over here. So if we can at least have these every now and then. Be good. Of course, this needs stuff from over here anyway, so we will have robots traveling far, but I still think this is a good idea. Please just deliver what you have. I want to see this work before we leave. And of course we will leave to work on this stuff, which sounds to be a lot more annoying, and we will do that at an outpost. Question still is the naphtha. We could do some oil handling here and export naphtha, but I'm not sure about that. We can also turn a lot of stuff into synthesis gas, right? Or maybe... no, we can turn synthesis gas into a lot of stuff. But we need residual gas for synthesis, I think. No, we can turn naphtha into it as well. Base mineral oil. Fuel oil. But that's all oil stuff. And then residual gas comes from other oil stuff, oil processing. We can make synthesis gas from acidic puffers. But it requires sulfur dioxide. I'm just a little bit curious here. If we want 100 of this per second, we get acid gas out. But that's used for our artificial puffer atmosphere, so we can't really use that. We get this out. Okay, we can't actually turn that into as many things as I thought. Never mind that. So that's not really as useful as I had hoped. But I mean, if we can turn it into naphtha. And we can turn naphtha into this. Is that the same ratio? Sounds about right. So 1 to 1.5 or 2 to 3. Is this 2 to 3? Yes, it is. Okay. But we get residual gas. Never mind. It's a stupid thought. We could use it to turn carbon monoxide into more naphtha, but I'm not going to. So we're back to square one. How do we get naphtha in the best way? And that is just from crude oil. And maybe some more from synthesis gas. Since we get this, which we turn into residual gas, which we turn into synthesis gas. So yes. But that's its own thing. We will deal with that later, I think. And there's no other way to make butadiene, right? Absolutely not. No. Good to know. And there's no other uses for butadiene than this? Absolutely not. Good. So we don't need to think about making it in large amounts, or anything like that at least. Now, we should have gotten some gas here. That gas has gone in here. What have I forgotten? Green metal catalysts. So we need catalysts in and out. And I wish I had put the power further down then. And of course just have it in here. I think I would like this in the middle then. Can't do that over here though. One of these. So now this is in the way. Couldn't we just have made space for these at the ends? Have space right here. I could potentially make space over here, but let's just make everything fit for now. Oh, also, I apparently haven't gotten this in here. Would it be better if this was just at the end? A little bit, yes. Because then we can have input from here and output up here. And I think that just makes this a little bit more simple for me right now. So I am going to do that, because I like simple. Do I still want it to be symmetrical then? I don't really know. Ah, this is not powered, dang it. Could have done it the other way around. This should work over here, right? All the way in. So if we just mirror this, put here instead. I'll put this back here. Working on this side as well. Oh, we also need to burn this. Dang it! Carbon dioxide. Oh, we have the middle output. How did I miss that completely? Dang it. Sometimes I'm just a little bit too stupid. So something like that. Now this can't get out as easily, but we can do that. And get this in very well. But now we have space out here that we should utilize, right? Is this going to be a problem over here in any way? Should we mirror these pipes on this side? And just make sure to disconnect it. Also, this is not what we need to get rid of. My bad. That's what we need to get rid of. We have space in here as well for stuff. So we're getting rid of this, we're getting rid of this. Both of these we're getting rid of. This we are using in there. Then we had the catalysts. Oh, also we need this at the other end somehow as well. Which is a problem. So I think we'll just put it here instead. Sure. Screw the symmetry right now. I just want this to work, to be honest. If we need to power stuff in here, it doesn't really matter which way we move these, does it? So that should work all the way, at least to here. Still do it symmetrical like that. And mirror this here, 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 and here. And then input will, or output will just be in here. I think. Can we fit that with this? We can't. We can't fit it over here either. But we can fit it in here. Like that. And it's powered. Good. And it's limited. And then this is in the way. Great job, me. That's not powered either, though. Does this need anything else in? No. Good. This is still the same over here. And power. It's not as great as I would have hoped, but I can live with this. We are gonna end up removing all of this. And I need to put this in storage instead of in junk. Anything else that we have in high amounts? This is not too bad. So I guess not. Get it out, please. And this is our updated build. Done. Good. Did we request everything we needed? I think so. Yes, we're producing stuff. Good. And we need to export that. Why do I have some of these that we don't use anyway, like this? Let's get rid of those. They're outdated and annoying. Good. So you will uncanister some hydrofluoric acid. Yes. Great. We're still low on robots here. I guess we should really start putting more into the system. Let's grab some from the terrain as well. If we have any. We do not. Oh well. Should we add storage to this for canisters, barrels, and bottles? I guess so. Do we have any storage for that anywhere that I can just steal? This is canisters. We only have canister storage here. That seems weird. But it could be the truth. I will just modify canister storage to bottles and barrels. Good. And that's probably going to be used pretty fast, but we'll see. It's better than it was at least. Whether or not we're making enough, I don't really know, but... And we can't even see in here because this is mixed with our old production. We should be up here somewhere, maybe. 3.3 thousand. I'm not too sure about that. Especially since we're producing it twice, since we're producing it from here and from this. So that's not a very good metric, I guess. But we have it, and we're putting it on trains. And we should name this hydrofluoric acid. And then we should go and make an outpost that handles all of this. And takes in hydrofluoric acid as well. And probably takes in tin copper wire, or just copper and tin. So it can export this instead of exporting rubber. If we ever need it for a meg foot, we'll go and grab it, I think. Right? Because it's just used for spidertrons, so heck no. Yeah, let's not do anything else about that. This, however, is used for a bunch of stuff. At least some stuff, including science. Which is why we're making it to begin with. Yep. Still going to be a mess though. But let's go and start up a outpost for this. And we'll just design it as we go, I guess. You should go home. And we should go home and actually put some robots into that train wagon. Some logistic bots, at least. We already have construction bots in there. At least I thought we did. We might not have requested that stuff. Because that wagon is down here, right? We're only putting this in. Thousand of those. And 500 of these. And that's it for here for now. Good. And we took all of the landfill. Let's just grab a little bit more so we don't run out right away. Hopefully that's enough. We need a lot of different machines to do this, but do we actually need a lot of space for it? If we're beating stuff up. I'm not too sure about that. But I'll probably just reserve a standard amount of space. Oh, pretty standard. There's no real standard here, but... Just putting this here. We probably need like 10 stations or something to bring stuff in. But that's okay, I think. There is 15 stations here. So maybe we... No, we should be okay just building it right here. Let's do it. What could go wrong? Worst case, we merge it with the other station, our other outpost. This is so small, and it wouldn't be the worst in the world if they shared a robot network, to be honest, even though I don't want it. Good, and then we can bring our train. Not that we necessarily need it, but still. Okay. So can we figure out how much input we need here? We need this in. That's one. Maybe naphtha, maybe something else. Also, this can be turned into... No, not into oil. How is oil made again then? Multi-phase oil from this only. Okay. At least I think so. This only from multi-phase oil, yes. And multi-phase oil is only from blue cellulose fiber. And it's not really that we can't make a lot of this, because we have a bunch of sulfuric wastewater. How many thousand per second do we make at the moment? Again, this is gonna be a bad metric because we are barreling in it and unbarreling it all the time. But sulfuric wastewater, 1.3 million. Let's just say that a third of that is actual production. Oh, that's per minute. Why will it not go per second for this? I don't know. So if we just call that 400,000 per minute divided by 60, that's less than 10,000 still, but that's also a good amount. So we can make oil processing at some point if we want to. We probably will need to. But for now, let's not. One, maybe two, three. Four. 5, 6. That's not too bad. And then barrel stuff was 7. I'm just gonna put barrel stuff right here, I think. No, let's not. Because we will waste space like that. I should really get this pinned. So I'm just gonna assume that we get naphtha or something else through it, like... And then raw gas. And then hydrofluoric acid. Green metal catalysts. And barreling stuff. And tin. And copper. And then we need outputs. Oh, we're gonna be pretty close to this thing here, but hopefully it's fine. So output, we both have the catalyst carriers. And insulated wire. And that should be it, right? Unless we want to export some of these fluids at some point. We'll look into that if we get there. Rail. We don't have ammo in here, right? No. Good. We need warehouses, we need requester chests, we need barreling pumps. Then I think this area will be more or less organized like this, with some central line that we just built to both sides of. Right around here, I guess. Let's assume so. And of course we need barrel production. Good. And then we need everything in, and we need to design some stuff. I mean, we're probably just gonna be designing it here, because we need low amounts of most of it. But we'll see. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode, so thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.